All what we do is we help the investors to set up companies, to invest in real estate, to do documentation correctly. I studied at the American University in Central Asia, one of the best universities in our region, in international business law. So I came here with the big confidence that I will come here, find a job immediately, but I realized it's not that easy. It was a very good experience because it gave me practical knowledge, practical experience how to set up a business. While we help other businesses, we also learn about, and you get exposure to so many different business sectors. If you are on the ground dealing with government departments on daily basis, then you know up-to-date information. The driving license is very important. The car is very important if you are living with family, and of course the house. And the expenses should not be underestimated. Dubai is one of the most expensive cities. We actually hire people with a legal background. Doing business in Dubai relatively now became more regulated comparing to many years before.
What kind of your, let's say, personal principles?
So first of all, it's integrity, honesty, and second is long-term thinking. I plan for long-term, and third, also like my sort of giving back to, let's say, younger generation or to others around me is by hiring people, teaching them our industries, and developing a team of professionals, highly skilled professionals.
Welcome to Let's Talk Dubai, where we decode legal life in the UAE for expats, investors, and entrepreneurs. I'm your host, Sevara Maksudova, and today the first episode under the new format. So each week we bring you legal insights and the real stories that help you navigate Dubai legally and smartly. And today we start strong with the man who built 3 legal companies from zero in the UAE, founder of pa.e, Corplex.e, and Lex Estate. Welcome, Mr. Aziz.
Thank you so much, Sevara.
Thank you. From the beginning, could you tell us more about your background, why you choose Dubai, the first days in Dubai, please?
Yeah, sure. I'm a corporate lawyer. I relocated to Dubai in 2010. And since then, I worked in multiple companies, and after some time, I have shifted to a private practice. I opened my own business. So, yeah, basically, I come from a legal background and also entrepreneur in this legal field. And the companies I have established so far also all related in the legal corporate services, and also recently we added real estate to our business. And all what we do is we help the investors to set up companies, to invest in real estate, to do documentation correctly, and yeah, basically this is what we do.
So as I know, you live in Dubai more than 15 years.
Yeah, it's almost 15 years, yes.
Yeah, can you tell us more about your first year in Dubai, let's say? Was finding your first job easy in Dubai?
Yeah, I mean, I relocated in 2010. And of course, in any new city, Dubai was also challenging. Initially, when I relocated, it was tough to find a job, and I came here with a very big confidence because I studied at the American University in Central Asia, one of the best universities in our region, in international business law. So I came here with a big confidence that I will come here, find a job immediately, but I realized it's not that easy.
Yeah,
so,
like every single expat, yeah,
exactly.
thinks when they're moving.
Yes. So then I struggled to find a job 1 month, 2 months. Finally, after second month, some hope emerged because there is one company agreed to hire me as a legal assistant. And of course, initially it was very low salary, tough because you don't have experience in Dubai. But ultimately, after some time, it paid off, basically. Yeah. So yeah, in general, I mean, relocating to a new city, learning the rules, culture, adapting to the climate is not easy. It was very tough.
course.
And those days, if anybody would ask me, do you recommend me to relocate to Dubai, then I would say no, because it's difficult. But now I have a different opinion, because those difficulties made me stronger, and also created opportunities. It created opportunities later, because I was able then to set up a business, create a team, and also helping others who are coming to Dubai, advising them, guiding them, how to do things correctly. Yeah.
Yeah, great. Thank you so much. So you start your career journey as a legal assistant. So can you tell us a little bit more about it? Your first legal experience in Dubai. What challenges did you face? So it's, I think, very interesting for our audience.
Yeah, sure. So initially, the company I worked with, it was called Dubai Business Advisors at that time, but then they renamed after a few years. So they specialize in advising investors or entrepreneurs to establish business in Dubai. It was a very good experience because it gave me practical knowledge, practical experience, how to set up a business. While we help other businesses, we also learn about, and you get exposure to so many different business sectors. I was able to help establish a medical clinic, a real estate company, trading companies, consultancy companies. So in many industries, you deal with different people, and they set up different sort of companies, and you get exposed, and you will understand the challenges in each sector. And another big experience was initially, I remember my first days in that company. I was reading the laws and focusing more on the theory. But then the company owner came one time. He said, "Forget about this laws. Focus on bringing clients." And being from CIS countries, let's say Russian-speaking countries, they hired me with the expectation I would bring clients from our region, who are planning to come to Dubai to set up a business or to invest here. This was a very big push, because initially I was focusing on theory, but then I realized that I have to be more practical, and I have to learn the practice. I have to learn how to deal with clients, how to sell services. And yeah, later, I mean, it was a good decision. It was a good push. I realized that
to get more experience, more practice, of course.
Exactly, yes. And in Dubai, the theory is one thing, and the practice is another thing. There is a huge gap.
Yes.
In theory, not everything is written. So you learn things in practice. You learn things by going to different government departments. And the rules and the procedures change very quickly. It's not like in other countries. To change one procedure, you have to go through so many bureaucratic procedures. It has to be approved by so many different instances, and etc. But here in Dubai, decisions are taken really quick. Things move very quickly, and that's why the procedures also change very quickly. So this theory cannot cope up with this. Not everything is written, so things move fast. That's why you learn things in practice. If you are on the ground dealing with government departments on daily basis, then you know up-to-date information. But if you rely on the sources online, or some, let's say, books or some regulations, they may not be up to date. The new version could be somewhere which is not
In
published yet,
Arabic language.
or could be in Arabic, not translated into English yet. So that's why it's very important to be practical and to gain experience in practice. Yeah.
Okay. So you learned, let's say, theory in English language or, Arabic language?
I speak basic Arabic. I understand, which I think not enough. But I can read, I can understand to some extent, which is very helpful in our practice, in our areas, because we deal with documentation.
Yes,
and,
of course.
most of the official documentations are in Arabic. So you need to know basic Arabic, not to be lost, basically. Yes. And yeah, I mean, mostly in English. The communication, the business is done in English in Dubai. But at the same time, there are some official formalities which are done in Arabic language. Yeah.
Okay, got it. Thank you. So I know that Dubai is called the safest place. So that time, 15 years ago, let's say, you came to Dubai without any relatives, without any person who gives you ready work, let's say. So did you face any fraud or scam that time, or it was smooth? Oh,
Yeah, I mean, Dubai, 90% of population expats, and of course there are some bad guys. Although the government tries to make the city safest, but also there are bad guys who are utilizing this sort of atmosphere, and trying to do scams and etc. And especially the victims are those who don't understand the rules, who don't understand the procedures, the legislation. The rules are there. The government has put clear, regulations, laws to protect against those fraudsters, let's say. But people are new in Dubai most of the time. They come here without knowing anything, and then they become a victim. And I also, got into this sort of trap when I was new in Dubai, while I was searching for a job. Like there was an ad on the newspaper, and with very attractive salary and the package, basically, the accommodation, transportation, everything is included with a very good salary. So I was excited, and I was looking for a job for like 2 months without any luck. So when I called this company, they said, "Oh, actually, you are very suitable for this position.
yeah.
You passed the phone interview, come to the next stage, which will be the in-person interview." So I went there, and they made sort of fake interview. With that time, I didn't realize it, or maybe I didn't want to realize it.
Yeah.
I was thinking
It's a great
positive.
opportunity.
Yeah, I was thinking positive about it. So then they said, "You passed the interview, so now to book your seat, to book this job for you, you have to pay a certain amount." And luckily, I didn't have much in my pocket, so whatever I had, I have given to them, few hundred dirhams, let's say. And they said, "Oh, you have to pay this much, but it's okay. We will do something. This is acceptable." They've taken this, and then later, one of my friends who already lives in Dubai for many years, he said, "Oh my God, you did a
He knows.
mistake.
Yeah.
Yes, these are scammers." So, I mean, this happens, like, especially if you don't know the rules. Later, I researched about such scams. There was a lot of information from government departments on newspaper articles about this kind of scammers, and they warned against them not to be a victim. But yeah, you see, when you don't know the rules, when you're new, you can become a victim easily. So
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. So for nowadays, is it legally correct to get money for job, for reservation of the job, let's say, or what is the legal procedure of getting job here for our audience who is seeking, looking for a job?
Yeah, to work legally, company has to get a official work permit and employment residency permit for the person. So the person should not or cannot work on tourist visa. So the procedure is, of course, there is an official process. First, offer letter, which needs to be signed between the parties. Then after that, the company has to do this work permit and then the residency visa process. And once it's issued, then the person can officially work. Before that, it's not legal to work on a visit visa, tourist visa, whatever. And there's no protection. Actually, there is a penalty if a company hires on tourist visa or if a person works on a tourist visa. So there is a huge penalty. That's why it's important to work when the work permit and residency visa is issued. So yeah, this is one of the most important things. And the second is it's very common, unfortunately, in practice. Companies ask the employees to pay for the expenses for visa and work permit, which is illegal. So the company has to cover the expenses. And there are also rules in terms of working hours, holidays, and etc., which are clearly written in the legislation. And it's very important for those who are coming to Dubai to work to basically become familiar with those regulations.
Okay, got it. So what do you think from this perspective? Let's say, how is legal literacy is important in UAE?
It's very much important because again, like there are a lot of people here coming from different countries, different jurisdictions, different mentality. So they should not think from their country jurisdiction. You know, that Dubai follows, of course. Many things are familiar. Internationally, they're common. But also there are huge differences. So that's why it's very important to understand your rights and obligations at the same time while you relocate to Dubai for work purposes.
Okay,
Yeah.
got it. Thank you so much. Let's back to your background history. So
Okay.
can you tell us more about, let's say, your personal life? So you moved to Dubai with family or alone? Or
Yeah, initially, like when I relocated to Dubai, I was just a fresh graduate from the university, so I came myself. I was married that time. I came myself. I settled down. I got the driving license, as most people do. Rented an apartment, like basically created this basic necessities. Then my family followed me after that. So yeah, initially I came myself, then brought my family. And yeah, I mean, initially, like, it's very important for anybody who's relocating to Dubai to invest in themselves first. The driving license is very important. The car is very important if you are living with family, and of course the house. And the expenses are should not be underestimated. Dubai is one of the most expensive cities. I wouldn't say, like, comparing to still many jurisdictions, many big cities, it's still affordable. But also you should not underestimate the expenses. So if you're coming with family, you have to calculate carefully, basically.
yes, thank you so much. So you moved to Dubai alone without family. So you build your companies for now. So can you tell us what internal mindset helped you to reach this kind of success?
I think it's honesty and integrity that that helped me basically to succeed in the long term. Of course, people sometimes get tempted in Dubai. They try to make money quickly.
Yes.
But in my case, I worked very hard for 10 years, and I was living in a studio apartment for 10 years, even though I already started business that time. But I never compromised my honesty, transparency, and integrity while dealing with anyone, with friends, with clients, with business partners, and etc. So this helped me in a long term to kind of build this strong network. Now in our companies, we don't do a lot of online marketing. We get most of our clients through referrals or recommendations from existing clients or business partners. And it's because of the trust, obviously.
Yes.
So, and there are, like, we have clients whom we are dealing with more than 10 years, or some clients exactly like 15 years, you know, since I came to Dubai, you know, we know each other. So I think the number one reason is integrity. And second, of course, is hard work. Nothing comes easy. Everything has its own challenges. And building a business in Dubai is also challenging.
Yes.
You could have millions of dollars, but if you don't have the right approach, right understanding, then you may end up bankrupt. But with few thousand dirhams, if you have the right approach, right understanding, the right product or service, you could succeed. So in our practice, especially, we deal with businessmen who set up business here. So we see different situations. Some come with very limited budget, but with an amazing idea, and they succeed. Some come with millions of dollars, with a very big confidence, but with the wrong understanding, with the wrong product or service, they end up spending this money in a matter of a couple of months or a couple of years, and then they fail, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think that's very important. So, I mean, I'm coming to the point that hard work, second, and third is basically to have the right product or service to offer in the market. So in our case, what we have come up with, there are a lot of service providers in the market.
Yes.
Yes. So what we have done is we created a system where we offer services transparently. So, for example, when we establish a business, you know, we understand the client's needs first, then we come up with a solution. But let's say we have so many other service providers, they just sell one product to everybody. Like, let's say they sell one free zone package to everybody. But in our case, we don't do that. We understand the client's needs, then we choose the free zone or mainland based on this. And we explain all the challenges, pitfalls in advance to clients to have the right expectation, to have the right understanding, which makes us different, and, you know, comparing to other service providers. And also we try to simplify the processes. So if it's unnecessary step, unnecessary bureaucracy, we try to simplify, make it fast. Even the internal procedures within the company, we don't have a lot of bureaucracy. We get things accomplished quickly, and you know, the approvals, the payments, everything happens instantly, which will also make the overall process faster.
Yes, yes, I totally agree with you. I think when you are providing legal services, actually, so you need to be with legal background who has legal experience. So yeah, as I know, lots of companies, like consultancy companies, their employees without legal background, so they know the basic information. They don't know about legal risks, pitfalls which client can face in the future.
Yes.
So as I understand your company, so it launched like more than 10 years, as I know. So you help the client like after providing the services. You always get in touch with the clients with legal background and your employees also with legal background and experience it. So I think it's really important.
Yes, it's indeed. We actually hire people with a legal background. Doing business in Dubai relatively now became more regulated comparing to many years before. Dubai introduced a lot of regulations in terms of anti-money laundering, and also a lot of rules in terms of taxes. There is now VAT introduced, corporate tax introduced for the past few years. So comparing to the past, now doing business is more regulated. So it's very important to understand the laws. It's very important to know what obligations business has. So that's why we, have a team with a legal background who can basically explain things correctly in the right way. So yeah, this is one of the also like
Strong
points that I can say that we have. Yeah.
So you focused on quality, not quantity.
Exactly. Yes.
Great. So when you are talking about your company, can you tell us what inspired you to launch your first company in Dubai?
So I've been working in a law firm at that time. So I was specializing in corporate law, company formations, and at one point I realized that I can also run a business, and there was a push. One moment, like some of our colleagues, they came up with this idea. We want to start a business and we want to invite as a partner in the business. So this was a push. Otherwise, if it's very difficult when you are already in a comfort zone, working in a stable job, you're happy with your job, but it's difficult to shift to an entrepreneurship because it's a risk, basically.
Yes.
So this invitation from some of the colleagues was a push. But as it happens most of the time, the first trial failed. So after a few months we failed, we realized that either we continue or we go back again looking for a job and
For your comfort zone.
Yes, exactly. But we decided that we will continue, and it was challenging few years, but yeah, eventually it paid off, and we were able to break through, pass this challenge, and create a team. Now, thankfully, we have a team. We have strong network, clients, very good clients, which is basically helping us to continue our business steadily, slowly, but in the right way.
Yeah, that's great. Can you tell us more about your companies? You have multiple companies. So, what is the mission of your companies? What is the purpose of your company? So, please tell us more about your company.
Yeah, so as of today, we have Corplex, which specialize in corporate services, which includes company formations and support after company formation, which is helping with residency visa, bank account opening, and also accounting, bookkeeping, and tax advisory services. And this is one direction. And the second company is pa.e, where we offer online notarization assistance services, mostly for power of attorney document, but also for many other documents. And the POA comes from power of attorney. So yeah, so there we basically offer this online notarization, legalization, this sort of services. And the third company that we have launched recently as an add-on service to our existing clients is Lex Estates, which is a real estate brokerage. The difference that we want to offer, or let's say the distinction of Lex Estates comparing to other real estate brokerage, is we want to enlighten real estate brokerage field with more information, legal information, in relation to buying, selling, managing properties. So our motto is basically real estate brokerage with legal expertise.
Yeah.
Yeah. And unfortunately, there are many brokers or brokerage companies who are new in the market and they don't actually know the procedures, which also reflect on their clients. So the clients rely on the real estate brokers, and the real estate brokers, sometimes they make a mistake, which can basically cost a lot for the client. Yeah.
And create new huge problems.
Yes, exactly. Yes.
Yeah, totally agree with you. Just one additional moment. As I know, your POE.a company was the first company starts providing online notary services. Am I right? It's one of the first companies that time, right?
Yes, it's one of the first companies. So initially, we launched pa.e as a portal where people can download some legal documents, power of attorneys, like a template document they can download. But later on, then COVID hit. Then Dubai notaries started offering online notarization services. So we tied up with different notaries, and then we started offering this assistance to clients to notarize documents online from the comfort of their home or office without going anywhere.
It's a great opportunity, I think, for clients who's outside of the UAE and they need to issue POA online.
Exactly. Yes. It's indeed very convenient, cost saving, and also less stressful. Because most of the time what happens is you go to a notary without knowing the requirements. Like notarizing a document in Dubai is not an easy process. There are requirements you have to follow. So people come there thinking they just go and sign without preparing the requirements. Then, they end up getting rejected, or let's say the document will not be notarized. So what we do is we advise them during the process what are the requirements. So we make sure that they understand the process, they understand the requirements. So then notarization goes smooth. Yeah.
Great, thank you so much. Before we end the podcast, I have the last question. What kind of principles helping you to run your business now? What kind of your, let's say, personal principles?
So first of all, it's integrity, honesty. And second is long-term thinking. I plan for long-term. I don't try to, make money quickly, easily, So this is second. And third, also like my sort of giving back to let's say younger generation or to others around me is by hiring people, teaching them our industries, and developing a team of professionals, highly skilled professionals. And I think it's really working well because we have a team who are very motivated, strong in what they're doing, and the clients eventually they're happy because our team is taking care of them in the best way. Yeah. So these things are basically, I think, helping us to grow. And helping us to succeed in general.
Yes, thank you so much. Please tell us, why did you decide to launch this podcast in English, and why now?
So basically, our main objective is to enlighten people with more details, and we want to share information with our audience in this format where we can speak about the rules, some legal topics, some life or practical experiences in Dubai in more details, to share basically with our audience. And also we're going to collect the questions that we get from our clients, from our viewers, and we try to speak about them and explain to people. So whoever is coming to Dubai to set up a business or to buy a real estate or to maybe to for holidays, we want to basically give them the right information and guidance so they can basically take a right decision whenever they're in that position.
Yeah. Amazing. I think it's really important. So, Lex Talks Dubai podcast will increase legal literacy of our audience.
Yes, exactly.
Great. Thank you so much. The last question, what kind of inspiring dreams do you have related to this Lex Talks Dubai podcast?
As you mentioned, to increase legal literacy, to explain, the laws from the practical perspective, and to share basically our knowledge, our experience with viewers. And we also, want to have some amazing already, let's say, YouTube bloggers in legal fields. In near future, we'll invite them also. We'll try to share their knowledge. So yeah, this is basically the vision for the podcast.
Yes, great. Thank you so much, Mr. Aziz, for your time, for this kind of valuable information. So, guys, if this podcast inspired you, imagine what's coming next. We have lots of plans, interesting guests who's gonna come for this podcast. So like, subscribe, and also comment if you have any legal questions. Be with us. Thank you.